Oh, we got thumbs up.
We got thumbs up? Okay. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. We'll call to order at 6:05. Thanks, Ryan. But we'll go ahead and do roll call, please.
Mr. Dick?
Yes.
Mr. Hensel?
Yes.
Mrs. Heidinger?
Yes.
Mr. Ludley?
Yes.
Mr. Carmine?
Yes. Pledge of Allegiance. Flag is over to your right there. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we'll move on to item 3, approval and correction of the minutes of the reorganizational meeting and regular meeting that was held on January 9th, 2023. Could I have a motion, please?
Heidinger.
Thanks, Tasha. And a second?
Ledley.
Ledley, thanks. Brandon. Any conversations, any corrections or anything anybody noticed? Okay, if not, we'll go ahead and move for a vote, please.
Mr. Hensel?
Yes.
Mrs. Heidinger?
Yes.
Mr. Ludley?
Yes.
Mr. Carmine?
Yes.
Mr. Dick?
Yes.
Okay, item 4, principal, supervisors, faculty report, student showcase. Looks like we've gotten Kenton Elementary School, the Leader in Me program, represented tonight. Principal Angela Butterman with some students here with us. So the podium is yours. Whoever's first.
Hi, my name is.
Is it on?
Hi,
Oh,
wait, is
there
it
it is.
okay. Hi, my name is Wyatt Ellis. I'm a 5th grade leader.
Hi, my name is Owen Redding, and I'm a 5th grade leader.
Hi, my name is Maggie Musser, and I'm a 6th grade leader.
Hi, my name is Luca Wingfield, and I'm a 6th grade leader. We are here tonight to talk to you about our Leader in Me School. Leadership is communicating the worth and potential of people so clearly that they are inspired to see it themselves. Stephen R. Covey was the author of the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. A principal named Muriel Summers attended this training and asked if the habits could be taught to children. Covey said he didn't know, but if she tried, let him know how it goes. This was the start to the Leader in Me schools all over the world. There are now over 5,000 Leader in Me schools in all 50 states in over 50 countries. The Leader in Me framework at KES helps us to achieve our own unique greatness. We focus on the 3 areas: leadership, culture, and academics. We also learn about the 7 habits. Habits 1, 2, and 3 teach us to change our habits to highly effective practices. Habits 4, 5, and 6 teach us to show kindness, courtesy, and respect. Habit 7, sharpen the saw, encompasses all habits. Habit 8 is a new habit that has been added and is called Find Your Voice. The core paradigms are our belief system. We believe everyone can be a leader, everyone has genius, change starts with me, empower students to lead their own learning, educators and families, partners to develop the whole person.
Each pod has a way of showing leadership. This evening, we will be showcasing different leadership practices in each pod. A pod will be showcasing how to use positive affirmations. Affirmations have the power to motivate you to act on certain things, help you concentrate on achieving your goals in life, and increase your self-confidence. Every day when they arrive, this starts a positive attitude at the beginning of the day.
I am brave, I am strong, I am smart, I am kind, I am a leader.
Depop showcasing different leadership practices.
Come on, Ryan.
Depop will be showcasing different leadership practices. Leadership practices provide an opportunity for students to apply and practice the 7 habits. We celebrate each person's contributions so that students build confidence, take risks, and find their true voice. Miss Girding's first grade leaders will share about their desk pets.
First we get a desk pet, and then you get a bed. And then we get a desk pet food, and then we get a desk pet food. And it lives on our desk, and it stays there until we take it home. The desk pet
Miss Deitch's second grade leaders will share their classroom leadership roles.
I am the new class leader at Baptist Church. We change jobs every single month, and I give a training so that we know how to do it. Three. I am the new class leader.
CPOD will be showcasing classroom mission statement. Mission statements are guiding inspirational statements that share the purpose you serve. This empowering tool replaces classroom rules. All stakeholders create it, sign it, and hold each other accountable. Miss Mikesel's third grade leaders will share their classroom mission statement.
One of the ways DPOD practices leadership is through celebrations. The power of leadership prompt reflection about how we set and achieve goals. We are motivated by celebrating progress and recognizing a job well done. We will now share the celebration called DPOD Winter Olympics. We went in every 5th and 6th grade classroom to do a winter-themed activity. During each game, the class would synergize to get points. Here are a few games that we played. Face the cookie. You were challenged to see how fast you can get the cookie to slide from your forehead to your mouth. Snowman race. You are challenged to see how fast you can unroll your toilet paper around someone in your class. Here are the results showing 2 classes tied for first and second places. We had fun synergizing to compete against each class.
When 6th grade students reach their leadership goal, they get to celebrate their success. I'll be explaining how 6th grade leaders measure their class leadership. In 6th grade, we have posters that spell out leaders posted on each classroom. Let me explain how it works. On each poster, there will be a number on it. That number represents how many class shoutouts we have to receive in order to earn that letter. So class shoutouts are a good thing. They count to how many times your class has done something good. For example, 1 class shoutout equals 1 good deed that your class has done. Every time your class gets a shoutout, it is displayed on the poster and be counted toward our goal. When we earn a letter, we get to have a celebration. We are working to spell out the whole word. Each letter continues to have a higher goal. Our 6th grade class and Mrs. Stevens has earned extra recess for the letter L. For E, we earned to bring snacks to math class. And for A, we earned a whole entire class period in the gym. We also have started working on the letter D and have 4 out of 12 class shoutouts so far. Once we reach our goal, we get to vote on the celebration that we earned.
Our greatest accomplishment at KES is when we became a lighthouse school. We are one of 600 schools that have achieved this honor. We had to meet criteria and a rubric and provide documentation to a team of reviewers and an evidence binder. The review team also came on site to determine if we achieved a high quality level of implementation. The review team also provided us with feedback to continue to improve. Lighthouse status was a celebration of hard work, our students, families, and staff in building a community of leaders with the commitment to sustain this excellence in the future. We would like to invite you to our upcoming Leadership Day on March 22nd. You can register using the QR code on your invitation. We hope to see you there. We would like to close this evening with a quote from Riel Summers: "Celebrate that which you would like to see more of." Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah, Ryan, why can't we hear them?
That was way before I started.
Hopefully in the new board office, we'll have a speaker system where we actually hear.
Well, there were complaints before that the board members didn't like hearing themselves throughout the meetings, so then the speakers would take it down.
Yeah.
That was before I started.
You were late, so I just had to give you crap. Sorry.
That is true.
I was going to blame you today. Okay.
I've got to be late every time to give you guys some water.
So what will you be doing then at Leadership Day? All 4 of you will do that? Maybe some more too? Or just you guys?
The whole school.
The whole school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have our clubs set up in the gym, so there'll be kids in there with the clubs. We'll have classrooms that the people will visit. We will have opening that students will, start the day with. They make their gifts for you.
Oh, cool.
So they'll have a gift for you. So we try to show every aspect of the leader in me in that one snippet.
It's pretty impressive. I went last year. It's
Over the past couple of years, it's been nice. Kids, we appreciate you presenting tonight. You did a fabulous job.
And before you go anywhere, I want to get a quick picture. So Ryan, I don't know if, can you bring up something, the leader and me up there, and then we can maybe get a quick picture?
Well, I'll just pull up there at last slide. Or here.
That'll work.
That'll work.
And if you guys would, go ahead and stay off to the side just a little bit for me, because the light on you, we had to learn that the hard way. We did it the first time, and everybody couldn't see my face. I'm short, man. I got to go here, right? We're perfectly ready. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Great job. Thank you. Yes, go ahead, yeah. And parents wanting pictures, come on up. We'll put that out on Parent Square and some other places. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, you guys.
We'll give you guys a few minutes to escape. Okay?
Could you hear him?
Yeah.
Kill him. Kill him.
Killing me, Holmes. Killing me.
I've been, All right.
I mean, seriously, I can't hardly hear, but
Yeah. It was
I could not hear a darn thing they were saying. I should be sitting over there where Brandon's at so I can.
Same. Because I'm deaf in this ear, literally. Deaf.
Okay, we'll move on. Item 5, public participation. I don't think anyone
There was nobody
signed up
signed
for
up.
that, but we did have the stuff under here. Chad, did you want to move that to somewhere else? The school calendar
No,
discussion?
that's okay. I think it needs to be there. It's more or less just making everybody aware that these are the calendars we're looking at.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Good. Move on to item 6 then.
That's not done deal then?
no, it won't be until the next meeting that we actually vote. You have to
Okay.
put it out a month ahead just to make sure everybody knows what we're looking at.
Okay, item 6, reports of the treasurer. I guess that's you.
That's me. I think I've said this before, the auditor, pretty much, they're finished up. They just had to do our federal grants, so they've been working on that. But clean audit, the only thing that they say to us every year is we don't file GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles. It's just an extra added expense, and really, the public doesn't understand it to begin with. We are on a cash basis, which is much easier for everyone to do it. Usually the auditor could impose a fee, but it's minimal compared to the fee that you'd have to pay to get it. So other than that, everything seemed to be pretty good. And just giving you an update on interest. I think I sent that email out. And where we're at right now between the, hold on a second, between the LFI and the local share, we're at $252,000 at the end of January, interest made at this point. And I've been working with the OFCC. We've done a couple webinars because anytime you make a payment or do a purchase order, everything has to be documented in their system. So they've kind of gone over that, did a little training with me. It's just extra added work, but supposedly the closing out won't be as difficult like it used to be in the past. So other than that, that's about it.
And you said they're shifting some of that into higher rates as we go along since the rates
Yeah.
went up.
Yeah, he asked me for a draw schedule, and I said, look, we don't have that yet. We're not even close to that yet. So he said, fine. So they're moving some things without really any penalty as far as moving funds, so that's a good thing.
And it's basically, you said it jumped from like 3.25 to 3.75 average now. So,
Oh, at least, yes.
right.
Oh, a little over 4, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even better.
And that's all.
Okay. Moving forward, could I have a motion to accept?
Ansel.
Thanks, Rodney. Second?
Dick.
Thanks, Justin. Any further discussion, any other questions for Jill? No? Okay, we'll go ahead and have a vote.
Mrs. Heidinger?
Yes.
Mr. Ludley?
Yes.
Mr. Carmine?
Yes.
Mr. Dick?
Yes.
Mr. Hensel?
Yes.
Okay. Item 7, superintendent's report communication.
all right, good? It's already on. All right, thanks. So Governor Miller was going to be here this month, but they're going to go ahead and switch and come March 20th because they feel like they're going to have a lot more detail to share on March 20th, including the outside of the building. We've seen the floor plan, but we haven't really seen what is the outside going to look like. So that's what they're going to try to provide for us next month. But in the meantime, I asked them if I could at least share a few pictures of the inside, and of course these aren't pictures but renderings. I think they actually use the BIM modeling software to do this, but as they put everything in the blueprints, then what can this actually look like? And then their interior decorators and those folks start adding ideas and things. So Ryan, if you go back to the first one there for me, thank you. So this is actually, if you were to walk in the front doors of the new building, there's a big block K there in the floor. That's terrazzo flooring, so that'll be a very nice look when you first walk in. And then what you see there to the right is the beginning of the cafeteria. So we kind of utilized that center area as a cafeteria, as well as hallways between classrooms, and all those classrooms that are in that center area are mainly your special classrooms, such as art, computers, conservation, those types of classrooms. So you can see the things that are hanging on the ceiling there. Those actually will help to dampen the sound because it's actually going to be a higher ceiling in that area. And so you don't get that reverberation around with all the kids, especially during the cafeteria lunchtime. So Yeah, thanks, Ryan. This is actually standing at the opposite end. So if you go all the way to the end of that area, so all the way through the cafeteria and all the way to the other end, then you'd be coming in the back entrance. So if you were coming in the back entrance, you would actually see Performing Arts Center there to the left. And then, Ryan, if you go ahead and click the next one, should be the, oh, that's okay, they're out of order, that's all right. But you can also see the kitchen is there to the left. And so that they'll be able to go in and out there. And then the high school seating for the cafeteria is what you're looking at this point. Go ahead, Ryan, and go to the next one. This is as if you were standing on that block K when you first walked in the front door, and you're looking to the right-hand side, and what you see is Kenton Middle School. That's what's labeled above those black doors to the right. So you can clearly see where, if you're going to the middle school, you would take a right, and you don't need to well, that's fine. But if you were to actually look left, then it would be Kenton High School. So you can see how that's separated. Kind of a neat feature. They were going to put in some a learning stair. I don't know if anybody's seen something like that before. Some other schools have done that. But it's pretty expensive. So that was one of the things that we had to kind of scale back on. But instead, we do have a really neat display. Those may not look like it, but those are like 70 or 80-inch TVs, 4 of them put together into one large monitor. So you can use them separately or you can use them together. And it's going to be able to serve a lot of purposes, whether that be to have parents come in and have meetings there, or students have meetings, because you have that big open space right there. And then obviously we can display announcements and all kinds of things on those. Really neat graphic as you would go up to the second floor there. You can kind of see that. Go ahead and go to the next one. Thanks, Ryan. This is very neat also from the back. So this is almost when you first step in the doors from the back door. You can see gymnasium up there to the right, and then performing arts to the left. But what is in between is a media center. So it's kind of the idea of our library. Now we will have a, I'm trying to think more of a standard library that has a lot of books and things like that in the upstairs portion, but this is actually more of a maker space. So this is an area where you can come and create. So you can see the openings there that look like glass, and that is exactly what it's going to be, where you'll be able to see all of the different types of equipment, 3D printers, laser cutter, or laser engraver, vinyl cutter printer, lots of equipment that we currently have, but is just not really out for display. Kids don't see it unless they go to the back of the library now. So all that'll be out there, and then you can see the desks and the areas, not desks, but tables that they can work on and do a lot of really neat projects. If you were to see to the left, and I don't think it's the next picture, but there's actually a video and audio recording studio just to the left. So it's kind of nice. So this is the back doors then if you were looking at, you were going to leave. But notice that there's also entrances and exits to the Performing Arts Center on your right, and then you can't really see it, but to the gym on the left. So there are 2 large doors when you first walk in there that you can make entrance into either one of those facilities. Now, the way we'll set this up is that they will probably come on in, pay, or however they scan it nowadays instead of having to pay, scan in, and they'll go in the other doors, but those will be accessible once the event starts. Go ahead and go to the next one. Thank you. So again, that's the maker space. Now you can really see where on the right-hand side, that's a recording studio, and guitars, different instruments, but also vocal recording, and then a video recording as well, studio in there. Go ahead and go to the next one. Thanks. All right, so if you walked in the front doors and you didn't go out right into that main big open area, and as a parent, you would take a right and come into the area here of like a reception. And as we worked through with parents and talked with kids and talked with others, they really felt that we needed to have 2 separate receptions, one for high school, one for middle school, just so that way it doesn't become too crowded, and so you form a little better connection with people. When your kid's in middle school, you can go talk with the middle school secretary versus the high school secretary, and it kind of helps to keep that separation. There's another picture if you were standing on that block K. You'll notice the different types of seating. They've really helped to, they've got some high seating there, round tables, and also some booths. Just allows for a variety of different types of seating for kids when they're eating in the cafeteria. This is kind of neat. I talked about the what most of us would, consider the old school library with lots of books and things. That's actually upstairs there. You see all that glass up there? It overlooks this area, but that's where a lot of our books and things, and it'll be a much more quiet area to be able to read and do projects, things like that, on the second floor. Big Wildcat head there, and you can see the restrooms to the right, large restrooms. Since we're going to have both the Performing Arts Center and the gym in that location, we've got large restrooms there to be able to handle that, which works out well too because of the cafeteria. You can get kids coming in and out, being able to use the restroom and stuff during that time. And this would be from the inside of the reception. Again, just showing kind of a cool graphic if you were to come in past that reception area. All right, and those are the slides that we have for now. Again, you're going to see a much more thorough presentation here in about a month when they'll be able to show the exterior of the building and some additional inside pictures as well. So I did want to mention, too, I wasn't able to get pictures up there, but I spent a lot of time in the elementary, middle school, and high school today. Really neat. It gave me goosebumps kind of to go from kindergarten, which, by the way, kindergartners, they were literally putting together, they were making Valentine's cards on their computers, kindergartners. I've tried to do that because I, messed around and forgot to get my wife something, and then last minute I'm trying to figure out how to do this. They're doing it and then sending it to their parent via Parent Square. So I was just blown away. But then when you go from that, when you're seeing kids just trying to sound out words, things like that, and then I go into the high school and I go into Miss Ely's college English class, and they're putting up poetry that, to be honest, I'm struggling to understand, and they're talking, they're going into depth about the way that it's to be interpreted and how they are looking at it. Just, you think 12 years, in 12 years, it's amazing to see the growth. So it was just really neat. Got to see a lot of really, really nice things today. So, okay, that's my update.
I just want to add on the building, for anybody that's watching this on TV, that there was a lot of attention spent in this building for line of sight so that we can see all parts of the building. Chad was very adamant he wanted to have those tech classes where the public can see them, which, the guitars and the music and the printers and all that. We already have all that. It's just that nobody sees it because it's tucked back in somewhere. Security was really a big thing for this building. And I think it really flows really nice the way it's laid out now. So, and kudos to Chad because he's put a lot of time in on this. So.
A lot of people helping out.
Awesome. Thanks for the update. Anything else from you?
That's
Okay.
it.
All right. We'll move on. I'm not sure if any committees met yet.
They didn't.
I know we're just kind of getting things started there, so we'll look forward to that to maybe next month. Well, no old business this evening, so we'll go ahead and move on to new business. Item 10, personnel items. Looks like we've got an additional 5, 6. Substitute teachers, application. Just waiting on the contingent of the paperwork, it looks like. And then B is a supplemental contract for some coaches. C is supplement contract for non-employee, also probably coaches, I'm guessing. Yep. Coaches and trainers. And then item 10, volunteers for the school, contingent on required paperwork. Looks like we've got a nice list there going. We don't know how crucial those volunteers are to the schools. We appreciate each and every one of you. 10E, approval of resignation for Morgan. We're going to approve Jill Smith as designated public records training.
I'm doing
You
that.
get to go to that, huh?
Yeah, it's a webinar. I'll be on that a week from Friday.
Okay, awesome. And then it looks like we've got approval for a hire for the cafeteria. So I need a motion to accept, please.
Hansel.
Thanks, Rodney. A second?
Heidinger.
Thanks, Tasha. And any other further discussion, question, clarification on the items in 10?
I just have to abstain from
Okay.
voting in 10 due to, related to one of the members.
Yeah. Get to share your last name. Okay, if not, we'll go ahead.
Mr. Carmine?
Yes.
Mr. Dick?
I'm abstaining.
Mr. Hensel?
Yes.
Mrs. Heidinger?
Yes.
Mr. Lovely?
Yes.
Okay, item 11, authorization resolutions. Got a few more donations there. We much appreciate those. Cessna, Ohio Health, Rogers Agency, and Tractor Supply. Looks like we're in agreement with Ohio Health and the Kent City Schools. 2-year contract between Life Touch and the Kent City Schools. 2-year agreement with, I guess they're still on there twice, isn't it?
One for the middle.
Oh, one for the middle school, one for the high school,
yeah.
got it. And then following sliding fee schedule approval in item 11E. And then overnight out of the state trips, we're approving those. Rifle Club, resolution authorization for the OHSAA, to be a member of that again, I understand. Approve the date change for the 2023 band and choir trip to Florida. An agreement between Midwest Regional ESC and Kansas City Schools for instructional aid services for this year. Agreement for Midwest ESC and the Career Expo participation. I'm going to have a hard time saying that word for some reason. And then on the back page, 11L, improvement for Ohio Health and Kansas City Schools for high school and technical school programs. And it looks like 11M and N are just
Amended
appropriations, yeah, on both of those. And then an agreement between Hard Northern Local Schools and Kansas City Schools to transport Hard Northern FFA students starting on February 14th of this year. Can I have a motion to accept item 11?
Ledley.
Thank you, Brandon. A second?
Dick.
Thanks, Justin. Any other discussion, questions on anything in item 11?
I guess I got more question for Chad, but the Ohio Health Kent City Schools agreement, is that for so they can start internship or placing out at the hospital for the career ed classes for
Yes,
nursing ed?
Absolutely. 11L, or, yes, L.
Well, B was the contract and L was something else, but I was just curious if that's what that was.
Yes, and we're very, we thank Ohio Health for being willing to. Obviously, when we hit COVID, that kind of put an end to them taking any interns and that kind of thing, but they're now being willing to partner with us. And a lot of times, hospitals won't do that because unless they're 18, they're just not willing to take on risk and things, but ours is. So we definitely appreciate Ohio Health being willing to take our kids.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else? Okay, we'll go ahead and have a vote, please.
Mr. Dick?
Yes.
Mr. Hensel?
Yes.
Mrs. Heidinger?
Yes.
Mr. Ledley?
Yes.
Mr. Carmine?
Yes. Okay, item 12, approve a motion to go into executive session pursuant of 121.22, G4 of the Ohio Revised Code for the purpose of preparing for collective bargaining negotiations. There will be no further action taken on that. Time in 6:38. And could I have a motion, please?
Hensel.
Thanks, Rodney. Second?
Heidinger.
Thanks, I got Heidinger first there. Let's go ahead and have a vote.
Mr. Hensel?
Yes.
Mrs. Heidinger?
Yes.
Mr. Ledley?
Yes.
Mr. Carmine?
Yes.
Mr. Dick?
Yes.
Okay. Adjournment, item 13 at 6:38 as well. Next regular board meeting will be held on March 20th, 2023 at 7 p.m.